I knew that if I failed I wouldn't regret that, but I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. The common question that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question, but an equally valid question is, why not? Work hard, have fun, and make history. We can't be in survival mode. We have to be in growth mode. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. People who are right most of the time are people who change their minds often. Invention is by its very nature disruptive. If you want to be understood at all times, then don't do anything new. If you never want to be criticized, for goodness sake don't do anything new. If you build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. You have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate. If you think about the long term, then you can really make good life decisions that you won't regret later. It's hard to find things that won't sell online. If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. If you're competitor focused, you have to wait until there is a competitor doing something. Being customer focused allows you to be more pioneering. I'd rather interview 50 people and not hire anyone than hire the wrong person. If you make customers unhappy in the physical world, they might each tell 6 friends. If you make customers unhappy on the internet, they can each tell 6,000 friends. Everything you are comes from your choices. If you're not stubborn, you'll give up on experiments too soon. And if you're not flexible, you'll pound your head against the wall and you won't see a different solution to a problem you're trying to solve. Frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Go to bed early and wake up early. The morning hours are good. Where you are going to spend your time and your energy is one of the most important decisions you get to make in life. We're not competitor obsessed, we're customer obsessed. We start with the customer and we work backwards. If we can keep our competitors focused on us while we stay focused on the customer, ultimately we'll turn out all right. In the old world, you devoted 30% of your time to building a great service and 70% of your time to shouting about it. In the new world, that inverts. There are 2 kinds of companies, those that work to try to charge more and those that work to charge less. We will be the second. If you only do things where you know the answer in advance, your company goes away. Cleverness is a gift, kindness is a choice. Gifts are easy, they're given after all. Choices can be hard. If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. If you want to be inventive, you have to be willing to fail. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. All businesses need to be young forever. If your customer base ages with you, you're Woolworths. I strongly believe that missionaries make better products. They care more. For a missionary, it's not just about the business. There has to be a business, and the business has to make sense, but that's not why you do it. You do it because you have something meaningful that motivates you. Though we are optimistic, we must remain vigilant and maintain a sense of urgency. If we think long-term, we can accomplish things that we couldn't otherwise accomplish. The smartest people are constantly revising their understanding, reconsidering a problem they thought they'd already solved. They're open to new points of view, new information, new ideas, contradictions, and challenges to their own way of thinking. One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you. The most important single thing is to focus obsessively on the customer. Our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company. If you are going to do large-scale invention, you have to be willing to do three things. You must be willing to fail, you have to be willing to think long-term, and you have to be willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time. When you are 80 years old, and in a quiet moment of reflection narrating for only yourself the most personal version of your life story, the telling that will be most compact and meaningful will be the series of choices you have made. In the end, we are our choices. But there's still so much you can do with technology to improve the customer experience. And that's the sense in which I believe it's still day one, and that it's early in the day. If anything, the rate of change is accelerating. If there's one reason we have done better than of our peers in the internet space over the last 6 years, it is because we have focused like a laser on customer experience. The death knell for any enterprise is to glorify the past, no matter how good it was. The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. There's so much stuff that has yet to be invented. There's so much new that's going to happen. People don't have any idea yet how impactful the internet is going to be, and that this is still day one in such a big way. Every new thing creates 2 new questions and 2 new opportunities. Your brand is formed primarily, not by what your company says about itself, but what the company does. If you build a great product or service, people will talk about it. But it starts with having something that's worth talking about. Thanks for watching. Please support my channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for regular content. Like, comment and share. See you next time.